What's going on? What's happening? What do we?
I'm
What's
hydrating. I'm hydrating.
yeah?
Yep, lukewarm. You don't want too much. Don't want to get too cold. Body temperature drops. It's not good.
Now is that vodka or water?
What do you think?
I think water. I think water.
Mm-hmm.
Or as the old timers say on the golf course, one of my favorites is, "Let me get a non-alcoholic vodka." Welcome back, everybody, to a special edition of Casey on Tap. As always, my name's Casey, and the beautiful young lady you're looking at right now. Well, you all probably know who she is. I mean, the host of the Keri Croft Show. More importantly, my older sister, Care Bear. How are we doing over there in Columbus? Keri
Good
Croft.
case. I mean,
everybody.
everything is it's a little bit of a gray, dreary day here in the OH, but we're plugging through. Got up this morning at 4:15 a.m. Got out there in the garage, worked my ass, took a sauna. It's basically 4 p.m. right now in my life.
Tell us about first of all, what do you think about people that say, when they double down on when they say, I got up this morning at 4:15 a.m., meaning, do you think the a.m.'s necessary? Because if you say, I got up at 4:15 this morning, you think people are assuming p.m.? I'm just curious.
I want everyone to know. I want everyone to know, because I mean, it's a triumphant feat to get up that early.
Because this is going to be fun. I want to do this with you. Just a little, me and you, a little check-in to see what's going on in the pop culture world, your perspective. Because you're an interesting cat. You're an interesting cat.
Just took my supplements. I'm just hydrating here. Hold on.
You said you woke up at 4:15 in the a.m. and then you had a sauna.
No, I worked out. I worked out.
Right. Oh, in the garage, right? But then you said you took a sauna?
Let me walk you through this. I woke up at 4:15 a.m.
Hmm.
Got
not
up,
p.m. Just to clarify.
Made a cup of coffee. Little bit of cream in it. Went outside. Took the cover off the old Peloton Tread Plus, not to be confused with the Peloton bike.
Treadmill.
Turned on a little hip hop on my Bluetooth jam box I've got out there that'll knock your socks. The bass on that thing will knock your socks off.
Any songs when you say hip hop? Give us a couple. Give us a couple specific songs.
So Floor Seats by A$AP Rocky gets me real right here, right now. Obviously, Bone Thugs. Bone and Biggie came on. That's always a winner for me. I was doing like a little hip hop mix there on Spotify. So it's like a little bag of tricks. You don't know who's coming up.
Okay. All right.
So anyway, got on the Peloton Tread Plus, ran a mile. Some days I try to run that mile as fast as possible. I have a PR that I've hit. Today wasn't one of those days. It was just get the mile done. And then I had a friend that came over 5 a.m. on the dot.
What is your PR that you just referenced?
You know what? I ran like it was like a 7.5 minute mile or something. It was fast for me. Really fast for me.
Listen, a PR is a PR.
I've got this girl that comes over with me. She came over at 5 a.m. And so she and I got on my Force USA C10 all-in-one commercial grade strength equipment I've got out there that'll knock your ass. It's unbelievable. I named her Beth because she needs a name. It's a Smith machine. It's the cable. It's like an all-in-one. It's unbelievable. So we did. Today was squats. Today was just squat, heavy leg.
Damn.
Yeah. So we did that for an hour. Pretty intense. I won't get into the intricacies of the format. And then we did a sauna at 196 degrees for about 15 minutes.
Is the sauna in your garage as well?
Yes. And then I've been doing, Casey, what I call the poor man's cryotherapy.
Like an infrared, like one of those infrared saunas people see? Like these,
No. So for anybody out there who's interested, I've done 2 years. I did 2 years of research on this. I'm a huge infrared heat fan. So like with System of Strength, we always had infrared in the studio where we did high and tight and yoga. Infrared is really great for a lot of things. I love infrared. That being said, it doesn't get over like 130 degrees. So you're not going to get that real, I want to sweat. I just want like a real, I want to be like questioning my life in there. So if you get the regular sauna, which I did,
just a traditional sauna.
Yeah, you can take water over the coals, and the steam comes up, and it feels like your face is like the skin on a piece of chicken, just burns the shit out of it. It's like rotisserie chicken in there. Anyway, so that sucker will, that'll get you. So
okay.
I haven't dipped my toe into. I'm gonna get a cold plunge. I'm gonna do like a deep freeze. So you can do like an actual deep freeze buy it at Lowe's, and you can soup it up and it will be like a cold plunge. But I think for the winter, I'm going to do poor man's cryo. I'm literally just going to get out of the sauna and I'm going to sit in a lawn chair outside. I mean, it's going to be sub 30 degrees. So that'll be my cryo. Wake your ass up.
Logical. It's logical.
So literally, by 6:20 in the a.m., by 6:20 in the a.m., I have done some really uncomfortable, hard things. And you just, you live the rest of your day as a champion is what you do. How was your morning?
At 6:20 a.m., I was in bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on. I'm
hydrating again.
See, as our fans, I speak for the people, okay? And I speak truth to the people. And I could have easily said, I was in bed. I was in bed. I imagine it was very warm. It was warm, comfortable. I mean, I got up soon after, but at 6:20, no, that's impressive.
Thank you.
So just to recap, okay. I mean, we're up in the there's a 4 in front of the number on the clock.
Yep.
And we're doing power squats with a 5 in front of the clock at the time.
Yeah.
We're power squatting with a 5 in the AM.
Yeah.
Like in front of the time. And I got to tell you, it's impressive.
Yeah. But you know what? It wasn't easy.
It's no accident you look that way, baby. It's no accident.
It was not easy to step into that, though. I will tell you this.
It's not.
So mentally, I had been wanting to get up that early for a long time, and it had been bugging me. Those things that just kind of bug you, and then it's just too hard.
But why that? I mean, that's earlier. I mean,
because I'll tell you why. Because first of all, you're way more productive. Like, let's just call it what it is. If I'm the kind of person that has to do that stuff during the day. Like, I can't not exercise. It's part of my life. Right. I see the value in it on multiple facets. It's going to be a part of my world. So if I take that and I pluck it right in the middle of my day, or like in the morning after I drive, so then I have to think about that. So it's like you take that thing and you do it really, really early, and then truly, like, it feels like your day lasts for like it's a productivity thing. But for me, it's also with the kids. The kids get up when those little fuckers get up. Like at 7, like it's over. It's over. Game over. Right. And then you're frustrated, and then you have this whole baggage you're carrying around. So but my point is, it seemed so hard, and I didn't want to do it. And I'd set my alarm, and I'm like, oh, this bed's so cozy. Well, then I just kind of I had this like step up philosophy. I'm like, just do it one day this week, just one day, see how it feels. So I did it one day. The next week I did it 2 days, the next day 3. And so now I'm doing it 4 days a week. And then I give myself a break on Wednesday. If I want to get up, I can. And then on weekends, like I don't have to get up that early, but.
So this is a new thing. This is like a new thing we're trying to, that you're developing. Like in terms of like that's a real early start, but we get it.
Yeah. So I used to get up and teach classes that early all the time.
Okay, yeah.
And then, I've been in the habit of doing like an 8:30 a.m. And I'm just like, you know what? Like, if I can get it all done.
It's almost bedtime. I mean, 8:30 a.m. is almost bedtime.
Shit, if I can get it all done, like by 8:30 a.m., I'm in the hydration station.
So speaking of your garage, you want to talk about this? I don't know if you can or want to. You want to talk about this Bobby Carpenter and the beer mile, all that stuff, or?
Well, I mean, so there's just this kind of collaboration that's going on with Garage Beer. The founder of Garage Beer and I got to know each other through the Keri Croft show, liked each other, decided, we could do something creative together, sort of started talking about, this would be fun to do like a beer mile interview. in my garage. And so Bobby Carpenter was like, the perfect person to do that. And he just absolutely knocked it out of the park. So now we're trying to figure out production for our second run. So far, we have about 5 or 6 potential runners.
Is Kirk Martin one of them?
Oh, good God. Can you imagine? I definitely would have to get a defibrillator if Kirk came in.
I mean, he'd be great.
Yeah. So we're trying to get a well-rounded crew. So, like, we actually have this one girl reached out. She's like a crazy marathon runner. Like, she's run the beer mile in 9 minutes and 21 seconds. And now, to put it in perspective, Bobby Carpenter ran it in 10:19. So this girl,
how many beers? You have to drink a beer? How does it go again?
So
every quarter, you have to drink beers.
Every quarter mile, you drink a beer. So if you're drinking 4 beers.
Oh, while you're running,
yeah. So it's the carbonation in your stomach, and so it's this whole test of wills. So we're trying to get a mixture of some athletes, but then some kind of like just random Joe off the street. Dominic's doing it.
The VP?
The VP of Hype. I was like, hey.
My God.
You want to run the beer mile? It's like, hey, sure.
Let us know when. Doug and I will put, for our degenerate. For our degenerate listeners, we will put a betting line on that.
Oh, yeah. No, that'd be great.
You let us know I tell you what. Let us know when you're doing that. I may come and live stream that.
Oh God, you have to, Casey.
For Casey on tap at the same time. Because I'm gonna just say this right now. And I love Dominic, and I'm a lover. I'm not a negator. I'm gonna tell you this right now that Dominic doesn't finish.
Oh no, I think he will.
Puking. I just told. Well, I'm gonna tell you he won't without barfing.
He might puke, but he'll finish.
Well, that's anybody can. No, the trick is no. See, you got to keep it down. One of the best Doug Dorley stories back when we lived together at Ohio State. He's the one that came up with this. We had a bong. We hit the 3-foot bong. Don Barrington, myself, Johnny Reef, we called it the Green Monster. It was green. It was 3 foot. And we know marijuana bong, by the way, folks. And we know when the water need changed, when it started stinking. Like the room would start stinking really bad. And we're like, oh shit. And it's a water bong. And for those of you who have ever, toked on a 3-foot ball, that water gets it transforms into something different. A sludgy, chunky, it's a substance it's awful. And so, times are tight in college, and money's we all need currency for beer and cigarettes. And we were having a party, and Doug said, give me $20, I'll drink the bong water. Of course, me being the Zach Morris of the crew there, I said, let's do it. Set it up. Poured it in one of those McDonald's cups. It was, oh my God, dry. I keep thinking about it. And Doug, anyway, the rule is you have to do it without puking. Because anybody could, hack their way through a beer mile or drinking this bong water. Like I could drink it, I'd barf 80 times. And boy, I tell you, he drank this in this. I can remember he's and he's drinking chunky and drinking. Oh my God! And he goes. Doug goes, oh, I'm just kidding. I'm not puking. Pay up. We're like, come on, man. How do you drink that? So, R.I.P. Doug. Back to Dominic Rose. I'm telling you right now, I will put the line out for the Casey on Tap gamblers. There is not a chance in hell that he can do the beer mile without. See, the problem is you got spoiled with Bobby Carpenter. He's an animal. Kirk Martin could do it. He's an animal. Scott Van Aert. Dominic Rose? Oh, he's a softie, that one.
Well, we need a mix. We need a mix of it's kind of like a social. It's experiments. We got to see how he fares. But I like his willingness. I like his willingness to jump on board.
I love his willingness. There will be projectile vomiting.
This is why Dominic gets. This is why he's in an executive position, and gets paid the big bucks as VP of Hype.
Dominic is the best.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Have you been paying attention to this Zach Bryant
Oh God, yes. Every second of every day.
chicken fry deal?
Brianna chicken, yes. I mean,
Talk
every
talk to
single
us.
day.
I need your thoughts on this because what are your thoughts? Fill the people in. I mean, this is unbelievable.
Well, I mean, so Zach Bryan.
What? Listen, what could have possibly have happened that you would pay someone 12 million? See, that's where my mind goes. I mean, there's nothing to give someone 12 million to keep your mouth shut.
I don't think
What the
there's.
hell is going
I
on?
don't know. I mean, I think there's obviously more that people don't know that she hasn't shared. I don't think there's some huge thing that is going to absolutely take him down. So I mean, I've loved Zach Bryan for like probably 4 years now. I saw him first at the Country Fest when he
Oh,
was opening, and then
see,
he
a
was
lot of people do. A
yeah,
lot
then
of people do.
he just was at he just headlined Ohio Stadium, and I was like right in the front. I mean, it was amazing. Um, did you see the diss track that Dave Portnoy did with the other guy from BFFs, the rap track they did about Zach Bryan? You didn't see
I
it?
have not. I have not.
They
Is it
her friend
awesome?
her oh Casey, this thing grew arms and like all the, like they have like a guy at Barstool who is he is a battle rapper. His name is Roan.
Mm-hmm.
They call him
Okay.
Roan. They have
Yeah. I
made
know that. Yeah.
they have made battle like diss tracks about Zach Bryan, about his STD that he spread to everybody, about
Ooh.
his all the NDA stuff. Like it went wild in the clubs too because it was actually pretty good. So, I mean, long story short, he's a serial asshole. He's got major unresolved issues from his childhood. He had a weird relationship with his mom, apparently. She died. And he rose to fame, very quickly. So now he's this little, they
Hmm.
called him Boss Baby because he does look like a boss baby. You know those cartoons, those big babies that are cartoons.
I'm looking at him right
And
now.
so yeah, so he's basically. First, he was in the Navy. He was married to a girl named Rose. He ends up sending her divorce papers. I think he paid her off, gets rid of her, starts dating this girl named Deb, does the same thing to her. And then with Brianna Chicken Fried, he like buys a house with these people, buys a dog with them, and then just kind of like ghosts them. But I guess he's just a serial narcissist, and I don't, he's abusive. I don't know like that he has physically hit someone, but I don't know. It's not good. And so
No.
she
What it looks like
refused the
here.
money.
Yeah. Yeah.
She refused the money, the 12 million, which is a really good move on her part because her opportunities are going to be you know,
Well,
wild.
she's Dave Portnoy's going to take care of. I mean, she's on Team Barstool Sports.
Right.
She's getting. But look, you talk about. Here's the thing. I get of course, people love Zach Bryant, and this is the thing that concerns the society we live in is that the public, that's the concern is that people love Zach Bryant. Well, no one, you don't know Zach, not you, but people forget they don't know these human beings, and they would defend this guy to his death because he's Zach Bryant. Well, Christ, Keri, what you just said, the first 3 quarters of it before he said his mom died, I thought you were talking about me. Childhood issues, like struggle with the mom, whatever. And we all have issues, but not all of us put people through stuff like this. It says Brianna Chicken Fry LaPaglia has accused ex-boyfriend Zach Bryant of emotional abuse. Okay. It says the last year of my life has been the hardest year of my life dealing with the abuse from this dude. I'm still scared right now because I'm scared of him. My brain is rewired, and I'm scared to make him mad. I don't want to talk. So, okay, and everyone can talk about like accusations, but the problem is he offered her $12 million to keep her mouth shut. She claims Bryant had made some women he had previously dated sign non-disclosure agreements to keep them from talking about their. I mean, what? Don't you agree that? I mean, isn't that?
Yeah, I mean
It's weird. I mean, it's more than weird. It's like this Deshaun Watson here in Cleveland. He had multiple dozens of sexual abuse accusations, and paid him off.
yeah.
Michael Jackson, all those things. It's like, well, they were never proven guilty. Well, there's a lot of people walk around like me that I wouldn't have to ask someone to not say anything or give him money to do so. Or I think it's a horrible look for him. So where does it stand right now? I mean, so she turned the money down.
Yeah, she turned the money down. I mean, I think it's kind of starting to,
because Zach Bryan's a big name.
No, he's a big deal. He's a big deal. But, I think it's going to blow over. I don't think it's going to ruin his career by any means. She'll move on, and, it'll all be dust in the wind.
Mm-hmm. Weird. What, talking about throwing glasses, breaking bottles, throwing them at her friend. Well, hey, just another reason I hate country music. Okay, I wouldn't know a Zach Bryan song from a hole in the head. Thank God. Holy mackerel. Ay. All right. So, have you been? Well, you probably haven't. But have you been paying attention to the mailbag? We're getting a lot of
here and there.
A lot of people really enjoy the mailbag. And the most recent one was about a bukkake party. I don't know if you watched that last episode.
I must have missed that one.
It was a really fantastic. It was just fantastic.
Okay.
I just didn't know if you had any.
I'm not asking any follow-up questions.
Oh, no. I mean, listen, I didn't know if you had any from a female's perspective. Nope. So that's all. Let's talk about the Keri Croft show.
All you need to know about the Keri Croft show is that I have a professor of hip hop from the Ohio State University coming on.
Is that true?
And I was like, okay. I had a FaceTime with him, and I'm like, how is this not an option for me when I was at Ohio State? It's very sad.
How was it? Was it an option?
It's a newer thing that they're doing. So you can minor in hip hop. Yeah.
That's exciting.
That's pretty much the only thing that I care about right now. Show's going well. End of year, I'm focusing on doing some fun stuff for the community, doing some, like, going back to my guests who have businesses, who are trying to promote things, doing some giveaways, doing some, like, fun stuff for people for the end of the year, feel good type shit.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah. So it's all good.
Keri Croft of the Keri Croft Show. What do people misunderstand the most about you?
Oh, God. How much time you got? I don't know. I think I have this very rough exterior, like, badass and steely and, like, intimidation, which I do carry that. But I think when you get in there, it's a very different person than what I think the far away, like, quote unquote brand or personal brand would be.
What is the best compliment you've ever received?
I think when someone acknowledges my strength through adversity.
What do you think is your biggest failure? What did you learn from it?
So I think I think it's to change the way you see the word failure. So I mean, when you say what's your biggest failure, right? So as a leader in corporate America that I was before I started a company, and then as an entrepreneur building that company into the business that it was, you have micro failures all the time. And so seeing a failure as an experiment, so, like, instead of it being like, oh my gosh, I failed, boom, it's like, no, I'm experimenting. That didn't work. Let's go this way. And this didn't work. Let's go this way. So people see failure as this big, scary thing. But really, failure is a part of your everyday, especially when you're doing something like this. So I see failing as, like, cool. Like, I just tried this, that didn't work, and so we're gonna go this way. And I think when you can get that mindset and forget about failure being this, like, black or white thing, you can just go.
What is your favorite holiday movie?
Geez, it would have to be probably A Christmas Story.
Ooh, good one. What advice would you give to your 18-year-old self?
Keep going. Don't give up on yourself. Keep going. Like, follow your instincts.
What do you think is most important to you personally in a relationship?
Alignment and teamwork. So,
okay, very good.
So, like, having Brady, like, and I in lockstep around everything from, I mean, the things like what are we getting the kids for the holidays? I mean, not that important, right? But like, what kind of, what school are we sending them to? What type of, what was the thing the other day? Oh, a flu shot. Like, there's you are especially when you have, when you're doing man to man, now you got 2 kids. So, all the other stuff is great too, but like right now it's literally alignment and teamwork.
I love that answer. What inspired you, Keri, to stay so fit and healthy the way you are?
No, so I started working out when I was 16. I literally went, remember, right by the Lima Mall, there was that powerhouse.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of bros in there. I was like one of the only females in there. And I was like 16 years. I just remember I caught on to exercise very, very early. Okay. But then of course, like I got real chubby there a couple times, heavier, and like just loved.
When?
I just like, so college, I mean, when I was in college, I was probably 30 plus pounds heavier than I am right now. So, I mean, believe me, I don't want to, I like to have fun and, eat food and drink some cocktails. And I used to smoke Marlboro Lights. But no, I definitely have zoned in.
I smoked a pack a day
For a long time now. Like I've just, because I don't like the way I feel in my own skin when I'm not feeling like I'm on point. And so when you don't like the way you feel inside, you don't present yourself in the best way. And then the ripple effects, they're all warped. And you can't deny that. So when you're not taking care of this, and that goes for your mental health, your spiritual health, your physical health, it all plays in the symphony, together. If you're not dialing in on that first and really caring for that, you're just putting out toxic fumes everywhere. And I just, the people in my life deserve better than that. I deserve better than that. And so it's like, choose your hard, so like, do I get up in the morning, do those hard things, and then feel, the dividends that are paid and the compound effect of that are just massive, or do I feel the other way?
You don't want to say choose your hard to my audience. That's not what you want to do.
Well, all
right.
Bunch of sickos.
If you could have a cup of coffee with any historical figure or person, dead or alive,
Tupac.
Who would it?
Don't even ask me that question.
Okay. Well, I did, and the answer was emphatic.
No, it was
okay. So Tupac. Final answer. Is that final answer?
It is.
Okay. That's fair. Listen, that's what makes that question great. Your favorite vacation or trip you've ever been on?
Hawaii honeymoon.
Oh, nice. What's your biggest pet peeve?
You.
Fair.
Don't be editing that out either. That was a song. You just lobbed me that one. My biggest pet peeve is, God, probably like being a passenger in the car with Brady. Oh my God.
Oh. God bless you, Brady. Did you care to elaborate before we go to the next question?
No woman that hears this will need me to.
They get it.
No man either. No man either. You all know. You know. If you know, you know.
We're wrapping it up here, but the podcast, very successful. You've clearly, you really, really have put a lot of thought, time, effort, energy into it. What prompted you? What was the spark that prompted you to start that process?
I don't know. It was always inside of me to want to interview people. And then I was feeling like I needed to maybe subconsciously move away from the business I was in. And it just felt like a fun project at the time, like a little passion project. I have a natural curiosity. I love to connect with people. So it just all kind of fit. And I knew that it would lead me, like if I did something like that out of my comfort zone, that it would only lead me into something else. And if I didn't do it, then I knew like those opportunities would never. See, I get FOMO about stuff like that. So, back to that whole fear thing. And I actually did. I said something about this in my solo cast, and I mean this. If people would shift their perspective, and so instead of thinking about, oh my gosh, I've always wanted to start this podcast, or I have this product in my mind, or I've always wanted to do X, but I'm so afraid. I'm afraid of what they will say. I'm afraid of my internal dialogue. I'm afraid of failing. I'm afraid of what people will think. So I get FOMO. Like if I get an idea, or if like, for example, let's say that the podcast is festering inside of me, I get the fear of missing out on those doors that are going to inevitably open because I took that chance. There are doors out there that will open to you, but you have to get there first. And so I get like real excited, like, oh, I'm going to miss out on it. And I think if you shift your mindset into that, how do you not start it? Start the thing. And you know what? Who are they? Fuck them. Fuck them. Literally.
I love it.
What's their resume?
What's the best sandwich?
Kewpie. Double
Great
cheeseburger. Double cheeseburger with ketchup only.
There it is. There it is.
Makes your heart go flippity flop.
Tell the listeners where they can find you.
Listeners can find me at the Keri Croft Show. You can find me at Keri P. Croft. I have that Instagram as well. If you're not sponsored by Lion's Den or something that has like a pervy branding, by the end of Q1, there's a problem.
No.
There's no reason why that. I mean, that's just it's like hand in glove.
No, there is a problem. The problem is it's my platform, and it's me. I'm not the perv. The Vatican wants to sponsor me. All right, Keri Croft, this was fun.
Yeah,
thanks for popping on today. And let's do it again soon. Hope you have a great day. You look beautiful. And
love you.
See you soon.